Aloha. Hey, how's it going? I got my good buddy here, Juan Alanis. All right, so we're gonna make a drink tonight. It's called the Telekinesis. All right, so since we're gonna be making two of them, we are. Hey, can you get me some ice real quick?
Yes, I can. Do you
Yep.
want it from the ice machine or do you want
The ice maker. All right, so we're gonna be using 1.5 ounces of tequila, and then 3/4 ounces of Campari, yellow chartreuse, and sweet vermouth. And as soon as he gets back here, we'll be doing that.
Sorry about that, guys. He should have an ice maker. That's other than that.
So, since we're making two of them, three ounces of tequila.
This is a high quality tequila. Mind you, this is Kirkland Signature. So, you know it's
So since we're doubling the recipe, we're doing 1.5 ounces of yellow chartreuse, 1.5 ounces of Campari, and then 1.5 ounces of sweet vermouth. All right, so we're gonna put this in the shaker. Gonna give it a really good shake while my partner here takes care of all these bottles.
he does this a lot. I apologize to you.
You know, it's what we do. So this is called the telekinesis, and probably because once you drink it, you feel like you can move things with your mind.
You can, but they don't move.
What do you mean?
Ooh, nice.
That looks really nice.
Cheers.
Johnny? That's good.
Ooh.
That's good. All right.
What is
So
it?
earlier we were talking with our friends that this may or may not be a good drink for, I don't know,
Reasons.
people that I know. It's a really good drink. Like, take that, tequila, sweet vermouth, yellow chartreuse, although that's expensive, and Campari. Can't go wrong.
It's a good balance. And,
No.
Tequila.
That being said, it's a really good drink.
It is. I enjoy it.
Johnny.
Yes, man.
What is your purpose?
What is my purpose?
Yeah.
In general, like life?
Yeah, just tell me. Like, talk to me.
But I don't know. Right now, so I'm married. I have a 10-month-old kid. That's my purpose. As of now. What would it be before I was married and had a kid?
But like right now.
Like right now? Like,
That's a good purpose, right?
no, I mean that's my purpose to make sure that
That's a wholesome purpose.
yeah, that we can live comfortably.
Okay.
That's my purpose in life is to make sure that my wife is comfortable and that my son is comfortable for the foreseeable future.
Now let me ask you a question. Like, God forbid anything happen, but let's say that next month you're by yourself.
Mm.
What is your purpose?
So without both of those, let's
Right.
just throw them
Right.
out the equation.
Right.
I don't know. Try to keep going, make it do what do. Try and honestly make society better as a whole
How do you do that?
by existing, by contributing. Like, it's,
No,
if you
I
take
get you.
if you
I
think
get
back to like it just popped in my mind or in my head, like you go back to hunter gatherers like time frame or stage of life, and every person in that like camp, that society had a contributing factor in there. And if they didn't, they were outcasted, just got fucking thrown out. Like, you're useless. At what point, you know, can you help everybody else out? And so that would be my purpose, or not that, but my purpose would be
So you're
something that
you're
would
not saying that in a dystopian future
Yeah.
that you could,
Yeah.
you know, be
Well,
a sex slave, or I mean,
You know what?
I mean, you could.
if that was the way of life, you know, yeah, get away, you get it. You know what I mean? But no, like contributing to society to make society better as a whole.
I guess my question really is because you really nailed it in the beginning, because you said you have a wife and you have a kid, and your purpose is to like make their life better, to make their life more palatable,
Enrich, provide.
Just more comfortable.
in spite of yours. Like
Yeah.
you're going to sacrifice your own. But what if they didn't exist? What is your purpose?
Well, I guess before they existed, it was, I don't know, I was younger, so money, right?
To
Make
exist,
money to exist, to live more comfortably,
to
right?
earn,
Which is selfish.
to do what?
Nothing. To have, right? To be selfish, right?
To would you say it's a fair statement that when you're single and you have no other obligations, that earning money is literally the opportunity to get better if you want to?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's
If you want
have,
to.
You have no other
That's the
reason.
key.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
If you want to. Like, if you have, let's say I make the same amount of money that I do now,
Yeah.
you know,
Which is like
Uh,
$7.
an hour or a year, whatever it is. Without a wife,
Totally.
without a kid, I'd be okay with myself, right? Why are you
I'm trying to get you in the shot, dummy.
slap your titty? Where would my money go? Would it go to anything that I see fit? Would it go to a savings account? Would it go to an IRA Roth account? My investment in the future? Or would it go to, you know, what's the word I'm thinking about? Or what is it? No, not even that. Like, would it go to, would I donate my money elsewhere? Like a certain percentage of my
Philanthropy.
money. Yeah. Just somewhere else where they need it more than I do, for sure. It's really hard to justify or to figure out what you're going to do at that point.
So, my question is,
You asked a lot of questions.
I actually asked like 2 questions.
Okay, this is third.
Like, what's your purpose? Because in the beginning you said to take care of my wife and my kid.
Now,
Which is-
your purpose changes over time.
Right.
As you get older, or not even that. Well, yes, as you get older, as you mature, as your life changes, you know, drastically or not as drastic, your purpose changes. So with me having a wife, having a child, my purpose leans more towards supporting them
Which
and
I think
figuring out them.
it's
Yeah,
admirable.
in my younger days before that, my purpose was less. My purpose was more
Existence for existence sake.
Yeah, exactly. There
Yeah.
wasn't much, which I could have done a lot better. In some cases, there are some people that were at the same age that donated a lot of their money to better causes. There are a lot of people that their purposes were far greater than mine, I suppose. But it's all
Wait, but who makes that decision?
them, us, the people. We do. It's all on us.
Pick one.
No. What I mean is,
But who makes the decision that their decision to donate their time and money to a
Them.
cause
Them.
was more valuable? Who makes that decision?
the people that have the time to do that. Yes,
You?
me, like me, and
But
what I
who?
mean by them, I mean like individuals.
Okay.
Like I don't mean like as a whole. I just mean individuals. Like me, I had time to like volunteer
Right.
for various things that I didn't. I had money to
So-
donate to various causes, but
like I feel like we're not going in the direction that I wanted to go. However, I want to ask you a question about that.
Okay.
Like, what? So you knew that you could do good, but chose not to. Like, and it could be as simple as donating $1 to
Yeah.
the church's offering plate.
Yeah.
Or not, right? But can you articulate why you wouldn't do the good?
A little bit.
Is it maybe personal?
From the sideline, can I ask a
Yes.
question?
Yes.
In the sense that, did you feel that if you were to give or donate your time and or money, that it would have, if you are not prepared to give the gift of your time and or money and energy, is it the same and receive the same as if you donate money? Like, is the monetary value equivalent to that of the value that the person or the individual can gain from the immediate and direct participation in the activity?
It's a good question.
It is a good question.
Hey, can I get my my friend over here?
Come over here.
Can you join us over here?
Random guy
he's-
asking the question.
Right.
He's skinny,
Not
he's
a random
tall.
guy. Granted, he's very tall, so he might be cut off. Name's Blair. This dude is incredibly smart. He's informed a lot of my opinions over the years.
He actually is the reason for this video.
Can you bring it in? Can you bring it in real quick? Yeah. Because like you know where the camera is.
Yeah.
But he asked a really good question.
He did. And so, which is why I brought up, why I mentioned volunteering as well.
Yeah.
To have both sides. It's not always monetary, it's not always volunteering. It's whatever you can give back. In the Navy, they have a voluntary service medal that you spend so many hours that's indeterminate, it just depends on the command, that you can volunteer for personal gain. And I never understood it. I would love to one of the big things that I would want to do as a volunteering, like you want to do something, I imagine, that not only, helps whoever is the benefit on the other side of the fence, so to speak, but something that makes you, like, you can actually, like, teach. It's something that you can, like, give back, like, truthfully and honestly, right? And so what I always wanted to do was be a baseball coach. Like, I want to volunteer and be a baseball coach.
So you want to give back?
Yes, I want to give back. I don't believe in that sense, as far as the Navy goes, that you volunteer for personal gain. Like, I will never claim anything.
So I want to stop right there. Because I asked you at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
I asked you what's your purpose, like, and you gave me a really good purpose. Like, you're going to give your wife and your kid a good life, right? And then I said, what's your purpose if they're working around? And then you kind of found it for a bit. And then I feel like you kind of hit it right there because you want to give back.
Yeah.
You want to teach other people the things you know.
Yes.
I feel like that's brilliant. Like that's your purpose.
I'll take it.
I would say instead of defending the fact, like you said,
Yeah.
I had the opportunity to give, but I didn't. I had the monetary means to give, but I didn't. But to you, it's not a matter of what the means are to
doing
give.
it.
It's the genuine connectivity.
Exactly. It's not doing
Because
it
you
just to
want to.
do it.
Right.
It's not doing it because you're able to do it. It's
Right.
doing it because you want
And there's
to.
a reward.
Yeah.
You're not going to get a Navy medal out of it.
Absolutely not. No.
Yeah. I
My
want to.
reward is like having the kids like actually bust their ass.
Making kids appreciate baseball
Yeah.
because we all know that kids don't appreciate baseball anymore.
Sport,
Bang those trash cans.
companionship, sportsmanship.
Astros 2017.
Those things, like the sport of baseball, I'll take it or leave it.
Yeah.
But I think there's skills and lessons to be learned in team sport, whatever it may be, and
Absolutely.
individual sport as well.
All right.
And
All right.
that-
All right. All right. All right.
Cut
Blair,
off.
bring it. No,
Sorry.
brother. Bring it in. Bring it in. Bring it in. Bring it in. Bring it in.
Why are you going?
Bring it in. Bring it in. Bring it in. What's your purpose?
My purpose is interesting. I would say my purpose right now is to enjoy life and be present as much as possible. If I can be present, that means I'm open to receiving information. I'm open to learning new things. I'm open to receiving the environment for what it is and has to offer me. And that right now is like my number one purpose, is to be able to enjoy life for what it is in the moments that it presents.
That's it.
That's it. It's super simple. Like, if I can enjoy those little things and not, I've spent too much time dwelling on the past or trying to think about how I can make things like they used to be, or wouldn't it be great if I had this in the future, and like all those things don't really they matter. You can never change the past. You can impact the future, but all of that is determined on how you are physically being present today. Like, are you receiving the information? Are you receiving the signs? Are you receiving the knowledge? Are you open to learning? Do you think that you know it all? As soon as you know it all, that's a terrible place to be. So like, what motivates me to get up in the morning is as a cast that you almost presented. What excites me to go to work, what drives me as a human is like my thirst and quest for knowledge. I've never been someone that seeks that knowledge in a traditional sense, but I really enjoy acquiring it through the journey that is life. So like, it used to be based on destinations, accomplishments, achievements, and now it's like based on experiencing the moment.
So Blair, purpose is experience.
Yeah.
Johnny, purpose is relaying experience. Right? Like you want to you want people to know what you know. My purpose? No, I don't know. Like accost drunk people and ask them what their purpose is. But honestly, my purpose is just to know as much as I can know. My purpose is to never stop questioning. So this is the first time we had 3 people in the video.
Unintended.
Some people call it a threesome.
Some people call it a menage a trois.
It could be considered just a conversation.
It could also be considered a conversation between 3 people trying to talk about, like, what's your purpose in life? So I ask you, what's your purpose in life? Like, we have someone who's gone through a recent traumatic experience. That's what I call it. Who has defined that their purpose is to be present, right? We have someone who has a brand new family, a wife and a kid. They're trying to buy a house, but his purpose is engulfed in that, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if that were to disappear, he has to redefine his purpose. My purpose, I actually don't know. I'm honest with you. I don't know what my purpose is, because I identify with all these things because I have a family, I have a house, I have a lot of investments, I have lots of things that I'm invested in. But if those disappear tomorrow,
Investments are not financial.
right?
Right.
Personal,
that's clear.
spiritual.
Yes.
Like I have those, but if those disappear tomorrow, what is my purpose? And to me, my purpose is to know more tomorrow than I knew today. And that's really, no matter if I have a wife, a kid, if I have family, friends, if I have anything around me, my purpose is to know more tomorrow than I knew today. And that's me. That's not philosophical, theological. That's nothing other than
Religious.
That's me. So, thank you, Blair. Thank you, Johnny. This was the
Thank
Drunken
you.
Atheist. Thank you, guys. Hey, please comment. I've gotten some really cool comments in the past couple weeks.
I'll
Please,
respond, at least. He
Please.
doesn't respond, he's horrible.
please comment. I will totally respond. Love you guys. Bye.